everybody.
Hey,
Just
Oh,
like that, we are back.
we
So,
are
how's everybody been doing on our little break?
good, good,
all
good, good.
good.
Good. Did
We're
I
good.
miss anything?
Not much.
Mm.
Yeah,
Nothing. So y'all
you
didn't
did.
jump.
Everything. No.
You
Come
missed
on
a
now,
lot.
you had Christmas, New Year's, nothing jumped off. Y'all want to share? All right,
Nah,
Pastor.
It's Black History Month.
I know, right? We're starting just in time. Just in time, Black History Month. All right, Janine, let's start with you. So what happens over the past several weeks?
Let's see. I had a very Merry Christmas and a
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year. Seems like that was 6 months ago.
I know, right?
It's weird. Just took the tree down though about 2 weeks ago. It's a little slow
Okay.
getting it together this year, but looking forward to a fantabulous 2023.
Yeah, all right. Okay, Rick, Pastor Rick.
it was really, really good. I got a lot of rest.
Good.
Yeah, a lot of rest, a lot of fun. Spend time with the family. Uh, you know, that was it. That's pretty much the
That was
bulk of it.
enough.
That's enough. No, seriously,
I
it's
get
enough.
you. I get you. All right, Dr. Hosea.
I'm kind of envious of Rick and all this rest he's talking about. I've been so busy. I've been feeling like a one-armed man hanging wallpaper. It ain't stopping. It's
Ah.
okay. Old man told me years ago. He said, "Son, it's better to rust out than to wear out. It's better to wear out than to rust out."
Out.
So I
All
ain't
right.
rusting out.
Well, anyway, what's up, everybody? This is your girl.
What's up, D?
Welcome to Ships. Right? This is the relationship show where we chronicle the difficult and hidden world of true to life relationships. And guys, this season is going to be so lit. So lit because we are actually doing blind dates. And we're going to give you a little recap of what we had going on for all of you who didn't catch us last season. But we had a couple of people that came on and talked with us about their dating woes and things that they're looking forward to in 2023. And we had this one amazing gentleman, Kevin Hooks, who came on and poured out his heart as to how his dating relationships have gone. So we're going to play a little bit of that. Then we're going to jump into what we got going for this year.
Right,
Let me go ahead and cue it up. Are we ready?
ma'am.
Let's do it.
All
Do
good.
this? Okay. All right. So tell us about your love life.
I just jump right in.
I just jump right in. You know, all that.
Finding it, I would say, probably the best way to put it. I would say it's much like it was a story Pastor Hosea told in church one time about it was the fish the smaller fish, and they hit the glass enough times and they stopped trying to eat the fish.
Yeah.
And they ended up dying. And so in self-reflection, this year had me doing a lot of self-reflection. So one of the things I realized is that I was much like the fish, and I just stopped attempting to eat because the pain of trying to eat had me, like, it ain't worth it. You know what I mean? And so in growing now, I'm getting to the point slowly where I'm ready to attempt to eat again before I start,
Okay. All right. So was it the type of women that you were trying to date, or was it just some stuff that that was going on internally within yourself that was painful?
I think it was a lot of different things. One, for years I dealt with low self-esteem, and so my self-esteem wasn't great. And then I made some bad choices into who I went after. I will admit to that. And then, other people who I was other girls who I was interested in went with different type of people that weren't necessarily similar to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think all of those things in succession with other areas in which I was struggling in, because I can admit that this isn't new for me to stop trying. I gave up on acting before, and then before I recently got back into it, I gave up on. So this is something I've done a few times. Okay. Yes, where me personally, I don't like failure. You know what I mean?
Right.
I have a very hard time accepting when I don't do well at something. So I will be quicker to not mess with that at all, as opposed to, which is crazy in terms of like, not like a failure, so I'm a fail totally. But I've just in the past, I've been much quicker to not try this again, so that I don't fail again, as opposed to keep trying and figuring out how I felt.
Okay, that's
Okay, I
it,
gotta
guys.
say
That's
something. I
the
gotta say
snippet that
something.
we wanted to play for you guys.
Lady,
Just giving you a
listen
little
to
bit.
what this man is saying. Okay, when you
got
see
it muted?
brothers like this out
On
and
your
they
side,
make
I
you
got it.
cry
Muted.
and look
Hold
away and
on.
all that kind.
All right, I need you muted on my end. But anyway, Kevin poured out his heart to us as far
Yes,
as
he did.
and he's gone through a lot of stuff that many of us have gone through, dealing with low self-esteem and dating. And what we wanted to do for this brother, because he's such an amazing man and has been doing the work on himself, was to just get him back out there. And one of the things you've always said, Dr. Jose, is dating should be fun and gathering data. You've always said that. And I
Right.
guess some of us got it and some of us didn't. So I don't know. You want to elaborate on that a little bit?
No, definitely. I was really, listen, Kevin is someone I believe to be a really great guy. And unfortunately, I think he's one that has failed into the category of good guys finish last.
Mhm.
Like a lot of young ladies have overlooked him because maybe he don't carry himself with the swagger of certain other guys, and he doesn't use the articulation that some may use to get women, and
Yeah.
he doesn't, you know what I mean, maybe carry a certain persona, or doesn't have enough roughness around the edges and bad boy syndrome. He's a really great guy, and I felt like he just needed to get back out there again, because I think his confidence was shot from negative circumstances early on, and I was excited to help get him back in the water and let him swim again a little bit.
So before we play the clip of him, tell me about how that made you feel, because we know that you and Rick and Janine, you guys are kind of a little bit hands-on. So how did that make you feel to actually be a part of this experience, to get him back out here dating?
Well, for me myself, I felt good about it because Kevin. Well, I was careful to not throw him out too far in the deep. So I actually looked at and suggested someone that he already knows because they attend church together, but he has no idea they never dated.
Right.
Someone that I know he would never have asked out on his own.
Good. Okay, Rick. So you played a part. How did it make you feel?
This kid surprised me. You will see the video in a second. When I met him in person, it was very humbling experience for me, because, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a second, the video, but the kid is he's different. He's different. And I mean in a positive way.
Yeah.
He's the one that you want your daughter to be introduced to.
Yeah.
He's that dude, a sweet guy, intelligent, just has a lot of great qualities and a lot going for himself. And I was really impressed with just his demeanor, his heart, and where his head is. And I was really impressed with that. So yeah.
Janine?
So for me, the experience was bittersweet, and here's why. Ditto to everything the pastor said. I am super excited to see ultimately who he ends up with.
Yeah.
Somebody is going to be hooked up. Somebody's about to win the lottery.
Yeah.
Seriously, real talk.
Right?
Yeah.
Like he just smells like a good man, good husband material. Yes. And the bitter part about it for me is how many good guys like him are out there.
Right.
Like, I know I was in a group. There are no good men. Where are they? God's got them hidden somewhere. They're in another gamma quadrant. To think that that dude was like so close, and people are, I don't know where they're looking, but maybe he's right behind you. If you're always looking off this way, look to the left or to the right, look behind you. There are some amazing men that are out there. They're afraid to try anymore because of rejection. And I don't know who they were going for, but there's just too many single people out there where they're not finding each other.
Right.
So my hope is that this is just the beginning for the Ship Squad, because more than us coming on every Tuesday and yucking it up, we trying to hook up.
Absolutely.
Come on now. Golly.
Everybody to have real, authentic, yummy love.
Ditto to that. Ditto to that. Wow. So we're going to go ahead. So Kevin, with his permission, we went ahead and we hooked him up. So we want to share with you guys this experience. So we're going to start with the video. Rick, roll the video.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is my commentary for the Ship's date night. So we got J1, we got the drip. I met Pastor Rick and Miss Janine here at the 3-Day Suit Broker. Yeah, we went in. I usually dress for comfort. That's why you see me, in the sweatsuit. So I saw the turtleneck early on, and that was just something that kind of spoke to me because, I don't know, for a while I've been feeling like I wanted a turtleneck. I've never had a turtleneck before, so it was like, I'm going to go ahead and go with the turtleneck. It's just something that early on I was really feeling. I had shoes at home that went with what I was going to wear, so I was like, I could just rock my own shoes. This is Thursday now, the cut in Inglewood, And one thing about in the cut, not just the cut, it's the experience, But I met Pastor Jose up here, and he took me to his personal barber, so shout out. Here's the thing with the hot towel. The hot towel prepares the face to be shaved, and then also gets rid of some of the excess dirt.
Looks hot.
That looks hot.
So we went with the hot towel here. And then I decided, and right now they're still working on the beard, just kind of getting rid of some of the excess, just like making it neater. And then we're not on the hair yet, but I decided, to cut it down a little bit, but keep a lot of the hair. One thing about me, I don't like having short hair in the winter. That breeze be getting, so I'm like, let me get a little bit less. And now we here at the arrival, so we kind of speeding through this thing. Funny story about the valet, actually. I meant to leave my key in the car for the valet, and told her I did. I had to take it, so I was able to get back in. I had a push starter. We was near Poncho in at Manhattan Beach, and yeah, cool spot. The scenery was great. At this point, I'm still feeling pretty nervous. And here's Ashley here. A lot of people, well, if you go to church, me and Ashley actually work together quite often. We work together in House of Choices twice. We used to do the pre-record together. And we both are in the media department at Calvary Baptist Church. So we it was a familiarness to it, and so I think they're about to bring her up now. Yeah, because passed over there, bringing her in, and oh yeah, so I saw Rick filming, so I'm like, okay, it's here now.
So good.
Here she is coming up, and she laughed just like I laughed. So my mom, actually, it's a funny story, and I told her this, but my mom 3 different times was like, yo, I bet you it's Ashley. It was just like,
Wow.
I went in open-minded, but it was just, it being Ashley was a good choice because it was someone who's familiar, and we were able to kind of chat and catch up because it had been a couple of weeks. She was on vacation, so I hadn't seen her in a couple of weeks. So not only was it someone familiar, but we had some catching up that we could do. After a while, that's like 2 hours, you went to check up on them, and they was like, yo, it's karaoke upstairs. And I'm like, yo, I've never done karaoke. So I went ahead and he decided to go up there and bust out the singing job. I did my song I did, If It Isn't Love, New Edition, If It Isn't Love, why do I feel the same? And so it was a great crowd. The crowd absolutely was very fun, very supportive, and had a lot of energy. And this recording looked longer than 30 seconds. So I kind of went to the recording with the audio, and then Ashley went after me, and I think she did Essence, if I'm not mistaken. Essence with Wizkid and Tim, which is a hard song to do karaoke because the lyrics are faster than you would think. But yeah, Pancho is a cool spot. Look forward to going back without the dietary restrictions I had from the time. But yeah, it was a cool vibe and a cool night.
That makes you just want to throw yourself in the ring. That looked like it was so much fun. And he looked so happy.
Laughing.
This was so amazing. And it warms my heart because of how he thought about himself and just with just his dating woes. And then he got himself, y'all got him all with the drip cleaned up, looking good. I'm sure he was smelling good. And he was so happy. He looked so happy. And that's what it's about, right, Pastor? It's just about having fun.
It's about living your life, living your best life. Look, I feel a little emotional.
And he looked so good.
Yeah.
Like he looked like he felt like he was the stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let me share this with you guys. When he showed up at 3D Soup Broker and I went to the library, I want everybody to see the video first.
Right.
When he shows up, I'm pointing him to suits, man, let's go. Man, let's go. Shoes, the whole 9 yards. I was ready. And he's like, man, nah, I just want, some slacks. I just want something simple. And I'm like, looking at him, I'm like, bro, this is an opportunity. It's on our dime, bro. It's cool.
See?
And he went. He was real simple. I promise you, we were in there. And then, like 45 minutes at best. That's what
we were holding up stuff for him. Like, what about this?
Yeah.
You like this?
No, you don't like this? No.
Look, he got his first turtleneck.
I know, right? I'm like, you haven't had a turtleneck before.
But he was so excited, and and even as I was talking to him afterwards a little bit, he was wondering who it was, and I was just giggling. I said, "You have no idea." And up until the moment, if you saw him when we were filming, you see his face, and he was just like, "Yo." He was taken back. He was taken back. I'm sure his heart was pity patting right there. It was, yeah, he was having a moment. And
well, look, his mama knew.
Apparently,
how did she know?
Holy Spirit told her. Holy Spirit will tell your business.
Told you. I told you, Pastor.
Holy Spirit will tell your business.
Now. I mean, to expose you like I'm just because I didn't. I know I haven't said anything to anybody. So
no. Yeah, it was crazy.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I think, and this is why, like, as I was saying earlier, I wanted the first date back into it.
Right.
To be fun and comfortable and nothing that, because you know, if you've already kind of shell shocked,
yeah,
the turtle gets frightened and goes back in that shell, you don't know when he may come out again.
Right.
I think this was a great start back for him putting himself out there, and I think most importantly, he had a good time. Like, let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
This may not be a match made in heaven and they live happily ever after. Their relationship may never go beyond friendship.
Right.
They already had a friendship. But that's okay. I think sometimes people put the pressure of dating. Is this the one? Is this guy?
Right.
Relax. Enjoy the moment. Spend time. Collect data.
Right.
Laugh.
Right.
Do all of that.
Sure.
And then let it happen organically.
Right.
Just see what it is. If it's not your spouse, that's okay.
Right.
They had a good time.
Right.
Look at these statistics real quick, Hosea.
Okay.
Ooh, numbers. Give us some numbers.
So, what is the percentage of blind dates that work out? Now, watch this. And this is good news. 1 out of 3 or 4 is a success.
I just 4 people. Just need 4 people. I'm just talking under my breath for me. I'm just talking under my breath.
Always when somebody you know who has a connection to someone else.
Yes.
And because they know your temperament, they know the type of person you are.
Yeah.
They know what you like, your dislikes, or whatever.
Right.
And these, I'm telling you guys, and I've seen it over and over again personally, where those type of date, that environment helps, that community where someone knows you and they see their dislikes and likes. And if they're really sincere, not that fake matchmaker where they hook you up with those old girl or old dude.
Yeah.
The one with the gold tooth, and you trying to figure out like what happened. Not him. So my point with it is that it is truly a blessing to see that they really gelled. I was really excited about it. I was nervous about it at first because you don't know. But both of them giggled. They're like little kids, and we're like, man. Right. And it so happened that night, we planned it. We planned to go to Ponchos and so forth all together, but not to spy on them. It was my birthday. So we were like, I didn't know we were going to be like a stone throw away from the table. Right. And I'm looking over and they giggling, having a wonderful time for like 2 hours. And I was just really.
I set that up. Thank you very much.
Did you really?
Yes.
The table? It was your suggestion.
Man, that is good. And I wanted to piggyback off of what you said about the statistics. Yeah. One of the things I've noticed, especially, I don't know if men do this, but with women, when we're setting people up, and if you're single, they're like, okay, why you don't want them? Or what's wrong with them if you're trying to set someone up. And I have a girlfriend, they've been married almost 30 years now, who I set up. I was friends with him. His name is John. He's actually a pastor or minister in Cheryl. I've known them both forever. And I just like, man, they seem like they would be good together. She never questioned, well, how come you not? Because I used to hang out with them. Why you not dating them? Or why you don't want them? And they're still married and together today. But I do find that when I will suggest, they're like, okay, Zandra, well, what's wrong with them? Because I'm not trying to date them. I don't know, men, do you guys do that as well? When you were single, when somebody trying to hook you up with somebody, he's single, you're like, well, why he trying to hook me up with her?
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was that.
Because usually men ain't doing that if it ain't something reason that it's doing.
Yes, sir.
Men ain't usually doing that unless it's a real life. Because if she's fine and the man's single, he trying to get at her.
Right. Well, what if she doesn't want? Maybe they're not a.
It would have to be a reason.
What it is?
It would have to be like she's a relative or
Okay.
she dated somebody
even
that was
then-
my best friend or it got
Yeah, even then, because they always
See,
got
yeah.
the lonely relative, and they figured y'all be a match. Oh, she's a Christian, you're a Christian. I'm like, no, that's not how that's going to work. Yeah, and man. Look, I've been in situations with that. My buddy will say, "Hey, man, I'm going out with her cousin, and you can go out with her. You know, with her." And I'm like, man, I don't think it's a good idea. I haven't seen her. Hosea,
hey,
bruh,
But that's
look,
a blind
this
date.
is
You
no
don't know what they
offense.
look like.
Listen, this is no offense, but when you got more hair on your chin than I do, we have a problem.
yeah, brother, that's the problem. You got a lot of hair on
Some
your
men like a hairy chin chick.
Ma'am,
Okay. Now we getting off into some fetishes, and I don't think that's what this show is about. Let me say this. I love the idea of someone that knows you trying to help set you up.
Right.
Use wisdom and discernment.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Because it could be a friend or family member that means well, but their track record with dating is
that part.
trash.
That part.
Trasheroni.
Right?
Trash.
They pick trash and try to make it work.
Yep.
So they're going to pick trash for you.
Come on.
Coming
Somebody
from a
type
good
trash.
sincere
Yes.
place,
Yes.
they're going to pick trash for you. So,
No,
I'm
tell
with
you.
tread
you.
lightly.
Credibility.
Just
Tread lightly.
and then sometimes you're right, Jenny. Sometimes people they're like, well, I don't know what they're like to date, and sometimes you just don't know how people are when you're dating them. You don't know the craziness. You know what I'm saying? To you, because I know.
And it's something I posted this the other day, but I think Janine and I were laughing at it. But unless you see them angry, not mad.
Now I agree with you on that.
You got to see them angry.
As we reflect on this date, a couple of things I want to point out, because of course I know we're going to bring them on and allow them to share in our next episode of what happened and how they felt and da 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 da. But just speaking from our observation, right? One of the things that I could take and even share with others that are watching, I admire the fact that Kevin was willing to step outside of his comfort zone.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oftentimes we're not willing to do that when dating. He's someone, he said he had never even been to a place that does karaoke. Like he never seen it live other than on television.
Jose, hold on. Before you move forward, let me tell you something. Look, let me tell you something. The kid killed it.
Killed it.
Brother. That's what I'm talking about.
Killed it.
He went up.
That's what I'm talking. He changed the whole vibe of the karaoke night.
He sure did.
Oh wow. Oh
Seriously.
wow.
Seriously, now mind you, we were there. I'll say, out of all of us, it was probably like a good 6, 7
period
Caucasian folks.
Of us.
Right.
Everybody else didn't look like us. But watch this. Before Kevin went, it was all country western.
Yep.
Oh wow.
After Kevin went,
no.
I didn't know they had that much soul.
Wait.
Kind of bad country western.
They had country western, and they had, before that they had like heavy metal, and they
did
were
have heavy
dreadful.
metal.
It was all bad.
I didn't mind hearing it, but it was dreadful.
It was bad. No, some of that heavy metal that they was doing, I had to test my salvation for just sitting there. Like, am I gonna be all right sitting here with what they talking about right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, remember the one guy that got up and he just spoke the lyrics? He turned it into like spoken word. He's like, I shall not be singing tonight. I'm going to just read the lyrics.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
and Kevin told me what song he was gonna do.
Yeah.
Were you nervous?
Okay.
I was nervous.
I love the song, but I'm looking at the crowd. You got to know your audience.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna really have to support him because he may not get any other cheers. So I'm ready to get with him. And man, I realized they were partying harder than me. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know they knew it. They was
It is
Absolutely.
love.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was beautiful.
It
Wow.
was.
But see, he was willing to have fun. That's what I'm getting at. He was willing to have a good time. Like, you know what? I'm not on a date. I'm not going to be here trying to worry about how someone sees me. And this is what happened, man. People date deceptively.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They're so afraid of blowing it
Right.
that they blow it not being them. Why would I want to win you over being somebody that I'm not?
Right.
Right. And the sad thing about it, Jose, is, you know, we talk about this often about being a representative of the representative.
The representative.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by the time you meet the person, you don't like, I don't even know who you are.
Right.
And that's
Right.
like months in. But this kid, and I say kid, but this young man, comfortable, was in his zone.
I'm telling you, that turtleneck gave him superpowers.
Evidently. Evidently.
Let me tell you something.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But
I saw the cape. When he came in, I saw the cape. Saw the cape. He has super
and we
powers.
didn't show on the video. We couldn't really the audio because of copyrights. But the point is that he did a couple of moves too. Y'all,
Yeah.
And so, you know, really excited that he was able to.
But Janine got to be careful. Janine gonna have folk going up in 3-day like, where y'all turtlenecks at? You got any brown specific?
I got my size.
Dude.
Look, I hope that's
My husband
that
wears
turtleneck
size.
gave him
Lord,
superpowers.
I need some more swagger. Y'all ain't got no more turtlenecks.
It's funny. But yeah. And then Miss Ashley, now, Miss Ashley, I normally see her at times at the church and so forth. And, you know, I don't see her dress up.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize who she was when she got to. I'm like, who? Oh, that's Ashley.
Ashley got on her good hair. Look,
Evidently, wait,
her
y'all
good
missed it when she hit the quarter. When she hit the quarter, she put her hair. I was like,
her good hair, not just hair.
Come
but
on,
good hair.
girl.
And you gotta fling
yes,
it.
ma'am. Let
You
us
gotta
have
fling
it.
it. Shoot. That's how you do it. You cut that corner when you walk and you cut that.
Hey, I kept it country, Gary. I kept it country.
Oh, well,
That
yes,
was funny.
Pastor Hosea laid us all out with
Yeah.
his
Country.
rendition
I
of
was trying to
Tennessee.
know my audience.
See
Oh,
what
you did. They
what
loved
happened? You would see Kevin changed all that.
But
Yeah.
look, and everybody was looking at Pastor Hosea like, now, if he can't sing,
right.
he ought to be ashamed putting his hand on the mic. They were ready
They were ready
to
for
lay
it.
them out. They knew it was coming.
But he
Wow.
started, it's funny, he
After
started
I
out.
saw Kevin, I was like, I should have did Poison.
No, he did. You went first.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin came behind. He upstaged you, Pastor.
Oh
Kevin,
my God. He upstaged everybody.
He really
Look, by
did.
the time Kevin got through,
If it,
I was hearing white folks singing Stevie Wonder. Like it was, this is no lie.
listen to me.
He changed the whole vibe.
He really did. They were coming up to him, high fiving him.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Some dude, I'm hitting him on the back. I'm like, man.
God. Coming out, so that's good. He got out of his comfort zone. That's
And you
really
know what
good.
else made that powerful? I'll share this. I don't know if you guys know this. Kevin used to pursue hip hop.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
He used to make rap albums years ago.
Yeah. He said,
And it never kind of, took off to the way he desired.
Right.
And it was one of those things that he had quit and gave up on.
Yeah.
And he hadn't performed for many, many years.
yeah.
Wow.
So even him facing that was his first time on stage performing, as an artist like that in so many years.
Yeah.
So
and-
like
and-
I commend his courage because that takes
Yeah.
a lot of courage. You doing this on a
Yeah.
first date and you ain't did this in how long?
right.
he said, it's funny. In talking to him afterwards, he did mention, now he's eager to pursue acting again because of that.
Oh,
Wow.
So, not only do we help people with relationships,
come on.
Their career and their life.
Come
we
on.
help people with their destiny. Don't play.
Come
We're changing this to the Destiny Squad. What you saying?
Look, I'm finna throw it out there for those of you that's watching.
Come on now. Come on
Kevin
now.
is still technically single.
Single.
Come on.
You might want to be next.
You might want to be next. I'm saying.
And that's a good segue. Email me, Zandra Esses and Sam Wilson at yahoo.com. Hit us up if you would like to go out with Kevin or any of the other amazing guests that we've had on season 2. We're doing the blind dates this whole season. So definitely. Also with your message in a bottle, send that in. Zandra S. Wilson, we're answering questions. And if you want to come on live, we would love to have you join us live with your question. We promise we'll be nice.
Right?
Everything. We're going to be nice. So come on.
We're going to give you the third degree. We're going to figure out who we need to hook you up with.
Come on in. We would love to answer your questions live. If you
let me add this survey, right? That they can fill out and let us know.
Absolutely.
They want to be on. They want to be hooked up. They want to be a sponsor.
Yes, that's good.
Looking for sponsor.
It is in the or if you're on our YouTube channel, Betterflies Entertainment, it's in the information section where you can just click on the link and go right to our Google page and just fill out all the information. Or you can email me and I can send you the link where you can fill out the information. Again, if you want to be set up, if you want to be a guest, if you have questions, any of that. So we want to be able to help you. So help us to be able to help you.
Yeah.
This is just the beginning with what we're doing with Kevin, Ashley. We had so many amazing guests, and we're going to continue to bring you guys on because the whole purpose is really to get us out and healthy, with healthy dating.
Yes.
Just healthy. I don't think a lot of us don't know how to, including myself. I didn't know how to date. I didn't understand about dating.
I raised my hand. You said didn't like.
I didn't. I know how to date now.
You mean you don't?
I didn't know how to date, but I know how to date now because of you guys. I've gotten a lot better.
The jury's still out. Hey, but you know what? On another way, she mentioned Ashley as well.
Mm-hmm.
Technically,
yeah,
maybe you somebody that would like a date with that. I don't know, and I can't guarantee you anything.
Right.
Yeah, when he have her on,
we gotta vet you. You know what I mean? I can't.
Right. Everybody.
RBODY.
And let's let them know this. All of these dating sites out, right?
Oh, that's good.
How many of those do you have no idea what you're getting?
Yeah. Right.
The representative.
Right here, you have 2 pastors and 2 saved women of God that are here to vet whoever that may be before.
That's right.
We even consider the possibility of going out with them.
Right.
I mean, we're gonna run the driver's license. We're gonna look into the
security card. A lot of and that's good, Pastor, because a lot of the legwork when you're dating people, you really don't know. You're right. People don't know. So with the vetting process, especially when you have different people, and then of course, the questions that we ask, we'll know, and then and it's about having fun. And for women, again, men, it's so funny. I heard you guys say this, like women, when we meet a guy, it's like, okay, we've gone to the altar, how many kids we're going to have. We done went through the whole ceremony. The dude is just sitting down trying to have a dinner.
Within 5 minutes.
He's just trying to see what this steak about. That's all.
Yes, and that's what ruins it. I didn't know that initially, like, man, we really do we look at the whole ship that we just went from A to Z. The guy is just in the moment. He doesn't know. And then we're mad if it's not going the way we want it to go, or if,
and let me speak to that issue, Zandra, because many times you've been preparing for this your entire life.
Yes.
You was playing with Barbie and Ken and the dolls, and that this is something you've been kind of being groomed for.
Mm-hmm.
We was playing with Tonka trucks and shooting marbles, and that was the furthest thing from our mind.
Yeah,
right.
Well, there's usually not that same level of sense of urgency.
Right.
Like we've got to develop to that point.
Right.
And oftentimes when a man decides to get married to a particular female, it's not because he was looking or ready to get married. something within that relationship put his mind to, you know what? Just maybe. Now, I'm just speaking for the majority of men.
Right, not all, right.
Yeah, so.
And then he decides. So yeah, but what? How soon will a guy know if that's the one?
That varies. That's not no. I know you always want everything to be black and white.
No, I've heard that men. No, this is what the majority. This you guys can clarify this. I've heard that men know relatively quick if this is someone they can spend the rest of their life with.
No, men know what they want relatively quick.
Right.
It takes years to know who you are.
Right.
No,
But
true.
let's say this: you don't have to be engaged for 7 years.
I would hope not.
Girl,
Right.
No,
For
no,
him to figure out
Engaged
who's
for
the
7
one.
years, have 3 or 4
Ladies,
kids prior.
ladies, come close. It doesn't take 7 years of an engagement
No,
for
it
him
takes
to
10.
figure it
Hey,
out.
one. I don't even think. I think after a year, you ought to know what you're trying to look. After 1 year, you should kind of.
Look, I don't know if it's a year, but I know it's not 7 years.
No, I share this with you guys. When I connected with Mrs. Arce, my prayer, I literally asked the Lord. I said, Lord, if she's the one for me, show me.
Yeah.
And I got everything stripped. When I say everything stripped away, lost a job, apartment, no car. I was
Just
I
out
felt
in the
like a
street.
bum. I felt like a bum. I'm like, okay, man, she ain't the one. Evidently you. But I say that because she stuck by my side and not enabled me. She encouraged me. She wasn't mama. She was like, what we doing? What's the plan?
Yeah.
And that triggered something in me that I had to, quote unquote, man up. If I wanted her, I had to pursue her the way I needed to pursue her.
Right.
And that was very important to me. So it didn't take, you're right, Janine, it doesn't take that long. It doesn't take 10 years, 8 years. You know.
That's what I said. You know, I've heard you guys know relatively quick.
You don't take certain women home to your mama, and you know it.
I'm finna make some men mad, but I'm gonna shame the devil.
Oh, we're ready for this. Come on with it. Come on with it.
The man that is still dating you for 10 years, trying to figure out you his wife,
man,
he's trying to make sure he can't go miss out on something better.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard that. Mm-hmm.
That's what he's really doing. That's just to being honest with you.
Yeah. That's exactly what he's doing. You just blew up somebody's spot, bro.
Yeah, I know it. That's why I apologize for I did. I gave my disclaimer because here it come.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to make sure that he ain't go marry you and then meet who he really wanted to marry.
That's just jacked.
That's the truth. It's the truth.
It's
like
putting something in layaway. Like you
put
$5. That's not exactly what you want, but it was on sale and it'll work. So you put it in layaway, but you are still checking the ads and everything because in case what you really want comes along, you can
or
get
Hosea, or
I can reverse it, Rick.
Oh, go ahead.
I just dealt with a young man recently who has a situation, and this is a man, unlike we're talking about with others, that would very much love to be married to a wonderful woman of God and have a great family. And he's a great man. And discovered that there's someone in his life that he would really love to make that. But they appear to not be so sure that that's for them, that the feeling is not all the way mutual. However, at any attempts that he may make to just, let me try to move forward, hooks stay to be invested enough to keep him around, but not enough to seal the deal. And I see that as her way of doing the same thing I'm talking about.
Oh, wow. I very seldom see women do that.
Well, okay,
Oh, no.
everybody, stop putting people in layaway.
All right, stop. Look,
Women do it.
Stop it.
Women
You
do
said
it.
more women do it than men?
No, I didn't say more. I say women do it. It's not the uncommon. But what happens with a woman, instead of her dating you to the degree the man dates you,
right.
she'll friend zone you, but being more than a friend.
Right.
That's
You
what
got
it looks
benefits.
like.
Yeah, you got benefits.
But we just friends.
Right.
We can hang, we can this, we can that, we can hug. You
Right.
can
He's
be here
listening.
for me. I can be, but I'm not accountable to you.
Right.
Wow. Okay.
You don't have any dibs on me. And what happens is this is the dude that she goes to the movies late at night.
Mm-hmm.
And they sit in the back of the theater. I'm telling you.
Why? Is she ashamed of him? Like what?
He's a side dude.
He ain't the swagged out,
Nope.
muscle bound.
Nope.
Muscle bound man put his face in the sand. He ain't the LL.
He's listening to somebody else over here who she's really interested in. And he's on the back burner.
Watch
So
this.
if your hat
Maybe-
isn't like a Sharks fan, no, I'm just kidding.
Maybe that one she's wanting is not yet single.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, she's waiting on him. Yeah.
Wait a minute. She waiting on a married man. You better stop.
Oh, no. Seriously.
You
Jose, you better help him.
better stop.
Okay.
You waiting on a married man. Stop it.
Yeah, listen.
But he
We
been
don't have
saying
no
it ain't
lady.
working. He been telling her we having problems. I just need a little more time.
Yep.
It's the kids.
That's right, Miss Colette. He's
Has to stop.
convenient.
Have to stop.
Yeah.
It's the kids. He's
It's
staying for
true.
the kids. People still fall for that. Okay.
I'm just waiting till they get out of middle school.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. It's me and you. It's me and you.
I thought that was old school. I didn't know people.
Oh, this stuff still goes on.
No one, son.
And it's easier for them to do it now. Social media?
Easy. Oh yeah. Okay.
We need to stop.
And
playing
to
around
add that
with
about
each
this,
other.
how this is so much better than them dating spots. This ain't costing you no money.
All right. The bill's on us.
FREE. That's
We
true.
hey, Hosea, we cutting back on the budget. So y'all gonna be short. Y'all gonna be shopping at Ming Ming's too for
Look.
The
You
99
get a turtleneck and some slacks.
Hey, he set the
That's
standard.
That's it. You get a
Oh,
turtleneck
Turtleneck and snacks on
Kevin
and
the
some
Blewett.
slacks.
Hosea,
Oh
Kevin
my
Blewett.
gosh, y'all
He
crazy.
had a-
special. I might have
Guys.
a pair of socks.
Listen, now
And a pair
Hosea's
of
gonna be cutting your hair. And Dondra already said she's
I
doing
can cut your hair. I can cut your
I'm
hair.
just gonna cut hair.
Hey, speaking of that, I want to give it out again to my boy Trevor Graham in the
Hey,
cut.
Trevor.
Oh,
Always
yes.
does right. Hook
Next
them
one.
up. Y'all need to
Trevor,
go.
I'm coming your way, brother.
Right on Regent, right off of La Brea,
Yeah.
right over there across the street from KJLH.
Yes.
They will get
Hey.
you right.
Trevor, I'm coming your way, brother. Somebody messed my beard up. I did something
Look, we should put something up on all our
Definitely, definitely.
pages to let people know
Okay.
where we took him. And Pastor Rick, shout out 3-Day Soup Broker.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
3 days soup broken to my boy Sean.
Woo-hoo.
Appreciate y'all. Been going there for years.
Yeah.
And he hooked us up and took care of us. And I praise God for that. So
And
thank you.
and the beautiful woman that hemmed his pants. Okay, I believe she did it in 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
Wow.
I mean,
Maria. That was Maria and Martin.
I saw
Martina
her with the
Maria.
chalk line. She
Yeah.
with the chalk line,
Oh yeah.
scissors, shears this long,
That would take,
snip.
that normally takes like 2 or 3 days. I have to listen.
She
Mira, asimilo. And she did it for me. So praise God.
Wow. That's love. That
so
is
if you
love.
want a turtleneck
Like some
or some slacks,
No,
I
we
cut
going
your
real-
hair.
we got you.
From your beard.
I'm gonna take you to
I
one
will
day
hook
soup
y'all
broker.
up.
So you
One
gotta-
day.
One day
One
soup
day.
broker. You got to show up on the right day. If not, you just gonna miss
Dude,
out.
that was like 10 minutes, Soup
Ooh,
Broker.
Oh gosh, guys, this is
10-minute soup broker, downtown LA. We got it. Meet me in the alley.
On third.
Sandra, I see the time is ticking down, but what are we talking about next week? Because date night is not over.
It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. And it's Valentine's week. Oh, we're gonna bring in Ashley. We're gonna have to see what Ashley was doing, how she got herself all situated. we're gonna listen to her story and her, for those who haven't gotten a chance to check out her interview from last season. We're gonna play a little snippet of that and just hear her story and then see how she got prepared and ready for this date, and just how, if she had fun, to see how it worked for her, and that's what I can't wait to hear her story, just to hear, because it seemed like they were having a lot of fun, but I really want to hear the intimate details as to.
We saw them. They had a blast, because every time we looked,
they were just smiling.
They were just talking and yucking it up and having a good old time.
That's how it should be. And that's what we want to reiterate with dating.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. It's just having fun. And like you said, Pastor Jose, if it's not a love connection, it's okay. We may still hang out as long as everybody is being truthful.
Yeah.
That's the key, being truthful and authentic.
Can I add this?
Yes.
I want to add this real quick. Keep in mind, we're coming from a Christian value mindset.
Yeah.
So this is not a hookup to hook up.
Right.
No, and I have to really, that disclaimer has to be put out there, because folks will be writing in and so I get a free whatever.
No.
These are real dates. This are not Netflix and chill. That's not
right.
And let me add this also to our viewers, something that's, I think, is extremely valuable. We're going to be evaluating these dates and helping to highlight what may go wrong.
Absolutely.
You can correct it. So this is a learning opportunity, and you may see some things that you may have been doing that have been causing you to have negative outcomes. We want to help correct that, because we really want you to make the rest of your life the best of your life.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Relationships are critical to that.
That's good.
Absolutely.
That's good. Well, guys, we got a couple more minutes and we're going to just hang on up out of here. We know Pastor Jose has another meeting with his jam-packed schedule. But man, this is so good. Just again, guys, I'm telling you, email me, zandraswilson@yahoo.com, so I can send you that Google form, or you can go into the information section of our YouTube channel, Better Flies Entertainment, and just click on that link, fill out the information, and we're going to get back with you. Again,
and there's also a short link I placed on the comment. So if you click into it, save it, and you can jump in there too.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay. And it's quick, and it's not the questions are very quick, and you're not going to be, it's not like we're not going to ask you your entire history, blood type and all that. It's really quick.
Right. You don't have to set aside 10 minutes and get a snack and something to drink and get comfy.
Right. Is that the Match.com application where it's like 15 days to fill out?
Look.
Or eHarmony.
Is that really
2,000?
Yeah, I heard it.
Wow.
I'm like, no wonder I can't find nobody. I can't even answer all these questions about myself.
Right.
This was a long time ago. This wasn't recent, people. This was long time ago.
Back in the day. Okay. Well, guys, we can wrap this up. Oh, this was so good. So you guys better join us. Don't miss it. We're going to
next week.
Yes. And congrats to us for our first date night.
That was fun.
It was fun watching. And it was a success. And we're going to bring them on. And they're going to tell you with their own lips, about their experience and what has happened since then and where they're hoping to go. Not necessarily with each other, but just with this new found freedom, I should say, for Kevin, where he's stepping out and doing some new things. So I want to hear about all that. I
want him to bring the turtleneck.
Yeah. Bring it on.
I love it.
Okay. All right, guys. Any final thoughts about today's episode? Janine, we'll start with you.
Yay, us.
Yeah.
That was so, we couldn't have asked for a better experience beginning to end. We had a vision for what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
God hooked it up. They were fantastic. They had a great time. We had a great time watching them.
Yeah.
And we are in the date night business.
Come
That's
on.
it.
Squad. Let's do it.
Let's
Yeah.
do this. Okay, Pastor Rick.
I just want to say it's good to see everybody.
Yeah, welcome back.
Season. Yeah, it's good to see everyone. Without a doubt, it's gonna be a crazy season. I mean, a good one though, because we just lining up some guests, some dates that I believe that people are gonna be utterly surprised who's gonna connect.
I think so too. I think it's not who they think is gonna be. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Dr. Hosea.
And I just want to say, most relationships are not destroyed for the lack of love. Most relationships fall apart from the lack of knowledge.
Absolutely.
Stay tuned. Learn what you don't know. Apply it, and you'll win where you used to fail.
Woo, that's good stuff.
Very good stuff. Okay, guys, until next week.
See y'all.